Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Treasury Consulting is a well diversified group having offices in three parts of the globe, and more importantly, having multiple revenue stream with 100% cash rich status, and more importantly, 0% VC funding. Our Indian entity, Treasury Consulting LLP, will soon get listed in India. We are starting this process in 2021, and hopefully within 2021 we will list in India. And as soon as the coronavirus will over, which we are envisaging in 2022 end, we would be launching two entities, one in London and one in US, which is New York. If you have any question covering our hedge fund desk, paid group, video training, research reports, Android app, anything, you're welcome to WhatsApp as 9818485155. I repeat 9818485155. I'm covering this video on 23rd November 2020. And before I cover this video, I would like to tell you that this is a very technical video. We understand that all the banks and the financial institutions of the globe are having financial instruments in their book. And if we speak about US banks, then they are having plain vanilla till highly structured derivative instruments in their book. And I think which is good, not bad. That's a different thing that Mr. Warren Buffett is having a difference of opinion, and he called these derivatives as weapons of mass destruction. But with due respect, I like to differ with him because they are not weapons of mass destruction. If we kill all structured derivative in this globe, then I think financial market is nothing but plain vanilla, and innovation is zero, and differentiating factor, don't ask me. Today I would be speaking very importantly about financial instruments and one of the issues which I would be raising in the Basel III when it comes to the valuation of the financial instrument. Theoretically speaking, everyone, whether it is an Indian bank, European bank, US bank, or any other Asian bank, they are computing mark to market of the financial instrument. Precisely speaking, IFRS 13 and FS 133. FS is Financial Accounting Standard US GAAP, and IFRS 13, of course, IFRS. They are talking about valuation hierarchy. As of now, valuation hierarchy is of three types, which is L1, L2, L3. L1 is known as mark to market. L2 is known as mark to metrics. L3 is known as mark to model. If I speak in terms of complexity, then first is definitely L1, followed by L2, and then L3. The most important thing right now is not the mark to market, rather the asset value. And when it comes to asset value, there is not a single consensus we have as of now in the world. Example, as we speak, many people understand what do you mean by bid and what do you mean by ask. But many, I think limited members in the globe understand the mid, which is bid plus ask divided by 2. This is the theoretical definition of the bid plus ask divided by 2. But is that definition correct? I really don't think so. The real mid is when you are away from mid. Example, if I say 76.80, suppose I take GBP or take a euro. Euro is trading at 1.1760 or ask is 1.1770. Bid ask spread is 10 bips. Okay, no problem. which could also be termed as 10 pips or 10 ticks. Same thing. But what is mid? Mid is 1.1765. Is this mid? No. Theoretically speaking, the mid is bid plus ask divided by 2. But practically speaking, the mid is when we say bid plus ask divided by 2 minus some adjustment to it. I still remember when I was in EXL and we used to do the fair value hedging of a very handsome amount on every month, and some we used to place in Singapore market in the early morning hours of India, and some we used to place in London market when Indian in the practically the next day or early morning hours of the next day. We used to take value of mid. At least I used to take value of mid, not bid or ask, rather mid. And I used to not only take the value of the mid, but also I used to have 1 or 2 bips discount from the mid. Some people call this discount and some people call this mid to adjustment. Now, mid to adjustment means, and by the way, this mid to adjustment is a very technical topic, and this is only applicable to very big financial institutions like Goldman, JP Morgan, and all, because they place billions and billions dollar of trades. So for them, mid to adjustment of even 1 bips is huge amount. Let it be honest, huge amount. But we used to, at least I used to get mid to adjustment. But in Basel 3, when we value the financial instruments, we definitely used to take we're definitely taking rather the valuation hierarchy as per US GAAP or maybe IFRS, which is L1, L2, L3. But having said that, in this valuation hierarchy, there is a concept called mid to offer and mid to ask. Now, mid to offer means when we have some adjustment from offer side, which is also known as ask side, and mid to bid means when we have adjustment from 1 or 2 cents from the bid side. But hey guys, we really need to understand one thing very carefully, that when we're talking about the valuation of a financial instrument, then the right valuation of the financial instrument should always be taken via the mid size. But unfortunately, the valuation of financial instrument via mid is not done except in US or European financial market. I really doubt whether even in Singapore banks are doing valuation to mid. So there is a difference of opinion which definitely Treasury Consulting is carrying in a Basel 3, is that how the valuation of the financial instrument is exactly done. Is it done via mid to adjustment? Is it done via mid to bid or mid to ask? That's very important. And another thing is definitely the valuation adjustments. Example, if I speak about, L1, right? Like I have made some notes in the diary. If I speak about L1, then in L1, we are definitely taking DVA, CVA. In L1, we are not considering any valuation adjustment, which is, by the way, there are many valuation adjustments which we have in the globe, which include CVA, credit valuation adjustment, DVA, debit valuation adjustment, MVA, margin valuation adjustment, KVA, capital valuation adjustment. I know it is K. We call this capital valuation adjustment. It is FVA, funding valuation adjustment. One is LVA, liquidity valuation adjustment, and there are many. Total, there are 7. Yeah, total there are 7 valuation adjustment as of now. But guys, we really need to understand that if we talk about L1, then no valuation adjustment is taken into consideration. If we talk about L2, then we are taking CVA and FVA into adjustment. And if we talk about L3, then we even take DVA into adjustment. But the question is very simple. First is definitely the computation methodology of DVA, CVA, FVA. It is like a loop. I know the video is very technical and it is only for very few people. Not everyone can understand this video, and we shot only for bankers. It's a kind of cycling tool, because to get the value of DVA, CVA and FVA, we once again depend upon Reuters. or Bloomberg or both. Just think over it. As he said that Treasury Consulting is nowadays spending very handsome amount of money on knowledge assets. We love knowledge, whether it is via books, newspaper, magazines, and whatever way. And I'm sure that we are going to be raising very serious concerns of Basel 3 and Basel 4 in public domain in another 2 years. And I'm telling you, at the end of second year, which is by 2022 end, forget price taker, we are more than price maker. And we would be in a position to challenge even BIS himself, Bank for International Settlement. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. Treasury Consulting is deeply focusing on regulatory impact because one thing I clearly understand very well that once this coronavirus will over, and which I'm envisaging by 2022 end, there is a great push back on regulatory, which includes FRTB, SOFR, SFTR, MIFID second, CRD 6, of course Basel 3, probably Basel 4, and many such regulatory standards. So I think it's a great opportunity for us that in next 2 years, by the time pandemic is not completely eradicated, we can spare a very handsome amount of time on in regulatory, and we can really make a great thing happen. At least Treasury Consulting will do so. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. Have a great time.